Welcome to Talking Insights, the flagship podcast from Esomar. I'm your host Antonio, and I'm here with Serge.
Yes.
Serge is the African representative of Esomar.
Yes, Esomar in DR Congo, in my country, DR Congo.
Recently, I saw you do some mentoring sessions, and you were saying about that you never signed a job letter and how we are all going to be millionaires. How is that going to be like? I want to be a millionaire.
Okay, what I can say, firstly, it was my teacher of market research in the university who said that a marketer is not a job seeker, but a service provider. So that he asked us to build a company. And because in the past, market research was less developed in our country, so that with four of my friends, we decided to build the first company. The name was Expert, and the company I'll be there for 10 years, and it was a very interesting experience because we learned how to see the client, how to write the proposal, how to manage. It was very, very interesting. When we start our company, I see that it was very important to be fluent in English because I'm from a French country. DR Congo is a French country. Most of our clients are English people, and it was important to do it. And I decided to learn English at American school, and it took 3 years, different level. I also did conversation, etc., to be able to speak English. And also we decided that it was also important to be able to do survey according to standard, international standard. And we learned about Esomar, and we decided to be member and to be able also to claim to our clients that we are able to do research according to the international standard. This is the best two accomplishment that I did in this company, and I decided to move and to create my own company in 2011, Target. And the Target come with an added value. The added value was consulting and business intelligence. Because we think that market research is good, but we need recommendation. Client can do research and see, for example, that my figure is like this, I'm the leader, but how to keep leader? If you are not the leader, how to become the leader? It's important to have some recommendation. And that's why we decide to do it as another value for the Target, and also business consulting, because some data are not available, and we decide to do it. And one of the things that I like in the experience of Target was the Young African Leader Initiative. I was selected by the US Department in 2011. And I went to the US, and I spent about 1 month there, and we learned about the democracy, and we had also a lot of training people, some master class, and one of them talked about the social media, and he explained us how President Obama won the election by using social media, and he said that social media can help you to reach your objective. And we decided in Target to focus on social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, and we had several clients from social media. It was one of the key lessons I learned from the Young African Leader Initiative in the US. And the second was innovation. You cannot be competitive without innovation. And as soon as we learn that there is innovation in the market research sector, we try to adapt in our offer. Now, for example, we are working on artificial intelligence to know how we can give it at an added value to our client. And we are convinced that we are going to reduce the timing. For example, for coding open question, or translation, for data analysis, I think that artificial intelligence can help us. And now we have a partner now, we are going to work with them. And I think that within 6 months, Target will be able to offer artificial intelligence as an added value and to reduce the time of doing research. This is globally what I say. And I say that one of my value, my quote is the best is easiest to come. I said that you cannot say that I have reached my goal, it is okay. No, I think that you can do more and more best. That's why I hope that I will be able to extend my company in other African countries in order to be also able to have office in the continent, in Dubai, etc. This is a dream. But I think that everything starts by a dream. And that's why I say that to the student, I told them that they can become billionaire if they want, but they have to work hard. They have to be open and not only focus on something, but to be very, very open. This is what I told them, and I hope that in 10 years I will have
you'll meet a bunch of more billionaires.
Yes.
That's really interesting. One thing, like a key takeaway I took from your mentoring session and the things that you just said is like how you can improve and expand your company, and especially in Africa, how different the different countries within the region they are, like, and let's just say about the language, like each country kind of has their own dialects or language. Some speak English, some speak French, some have different types of way of doing things. How is it to do market research in Africa, and like how people can see or stop seeing Africa as one big country, and like just there's a lot of countries there. There's a lot of different markets. How do you see that going? Like,
yes, in the mentoring session, I saw the size of Africa. Africa is a very huge continent. In the map, you will see Africa very small, and the US, Europe is more than Africa, but in reality, Africa is very big. And the Africa, as I say, we have North Africa, Arabic. We have Muslim there. Most of our Muslim. We have West Africa, and we have most of them are French country. In Central Africa, we have some French country. Also in the East and South Africa, we have English country. One of the mistakes in global survey in Africa, they only choose some region, especially where market research is well developed. I can say Nigeria, I can say Kenya, South Africa, and we'll see that they will present a survey and say that we did a survey in Africa, but they did survey only in one part of the Africa. That's why I say that it is important to have a good knowledge of Africa. And if you need to do a representative sample of the population, you have to take into account that we have some difference. And secondly, it is also important that in one country, you cannot focus only in one city. In most of survey that we see in Africa, they only choose the main city. I gave the example of my country, dear Congo. There is a huge difference between East people and the West people. Young people from the East, they are afraid of the war. They keep money by using mobile money. They think of trade. They think of entrepreneurship. But young people in the West, they are mostly trendy. They are interested by other things. This is the difference. You choose only, for example, Kinshasa to do the research there. Your sample will not be representative. That's why I focus on it, that we have to take into account the difference inside a country. And also, we have to pay also attention on the methodology. Because globally, online internet penetration in most of continent, in Asia, in Europe, it's about 70%, 80%, and sometimes 90% in the US. So that in their minds, they think that you can only use online methodology to the global survey. That I say that in Africa, internet penetration is about 30%. You have 70% that you cannot reach by using internet. And when you do a survey that the target population is the global population, it is better to use face-to-face methodology because you can make sure that you will make interview both in rural and in urban area. Because in rural area, in most of the city, there is a low internet penetration. This is what we can do, for example. That's why I say that you need to customize. When you do research in Africa, it is very important to customize. It will depend on the topic of the study. Some topic you can use face-to-face, but in other you can use online. And for example, also when you are designing the questionnaire, you have also to taking account of the difference between the country. For example, I give an example of when you code, you are doing the coding of the scale of some question, for example. Mm-hmm. In Africa, you can, for example, say only men and women. This is okay. But in other countries, you can say men, women, etc., etc. This is the difference, for example, that you have to take into account. And also, I say that it is very important to make research and to avoid say that, okay, because this product work in other country, I'm sure that it will work in Africa. There is some specificity in Africa. So that, for example, I gave an example of one mobile company. The main color was dark. And dark is not did give a good impression in Africa. That's why I say that it is very important to make sure that you know the real topic that you want, and you have to well select the country, to well select the city, to adapt the methodology. And the best way to do it will be to use local partner. Esomar give us a huge opportunity. We have a directory, Esomar directory. You can find, for example, if you are looking for Kenya, you can see all of the company working in Kenya, so that you can select 3, 4, 5. You send them your request for quotation. They will send you can challenge. And also we have, in some country, we have association. You can ask for it. The big challenge in Africa in terms of partner is to find a good partner. And Esomar give us the opportunity to find this good partner. And the partner will help you in the design of the questionnaire, to adapt the questionnaire, can help you in the sampling methodology, how to select the good sample according to the topic of the study, but also can help you for the result, because some result, it is important to taking into account the context of the country. Mm-hmm. That's why I explain it in my speech now.
Right. And that's probably why, like, when the market starts to move and starts to, but as it grows and as the market grows, eventually more people will start doing market research and be more keen to address those issues and those details on, like, create a partner there, do your research, and then apply the product that you want to apply there. That's really interesting. And do you think that in the future, we'll start to see more like the individual countries instead of like one big continent, and then apply that methodology to the specific countries? Or do you think, like technology will evolve into some other way?
What I can say, when you see internet penetration in most of countries is growing. Mm-hmm. What I can say, this is my hypothesis, I know that in 10 years, in 20 years, it will be like in Western countries. Internet penetration will be very, very high, so that we can use the same methodology both in Western and Africa. This is in the future. But now, if you need to do a good research, it depends on the topic. It is very important. For example, if you need to know the usage and attitude of internet user, you can use online. No problem, because they are there, they are using online. You need to analyze high class pupil. You can find them in the internet. You need to analyze students. For example, the topic is to know how students think about artificial intelligence. Do they use chat GPT or you can use online. It depends on the topic. But if, for example, you have a FMCG product, for example, the beer is for all the population. It will be very difficult to use only online. Right. That's why I say that it will depend. That's why market research company based in Africa, they cannot say, oh yes, we can use only face-to-face. We are going to stay in face-to-face. No, they have to anticipate to see how they can develop this possibility for their client. That's why I say that we need to be open. We need to be open. You cannot say that, oh yes, we have a good knowledge in Africa. We stay there. No. Even us, we have to learn. For example, I gave my example. I'm now a student now. I'm learning principle of market research with Georgia University. According to me, it was very interesting because I'm refreshing my knowledge in market research, and I'm discovering how to rewrite a good questionnaire, how to do a better analysis. I think that it is important to have this attitude. It's very important. We are service provider in Africa, but we need also to learn from clients, from other partners to adapt our offer. It is important to do it.
I agree. Like in Africa and everywhere in the world, like I think one common mistake is like people learn something and then they just stay there for the rest of their career, and then they just like stagnate. And if you keep improving, keep challenging yourself, keep doing things outside of your comfort zone, and try new methodologies, try new approaches, try new markets, whatever you want to, that'll bring fruits to your labor. That'll bring new clients, new ideas, and that's what life is all about. Like keep improving, learn, and be better.
And it is very, very, very important what you are saying. That's why we are working on AMRA, African Market Research Association, and one of our goals will also be to tell to our member that it is important to be open and also to learn, because some clients they only need timing. So that some client can say that, okay, I will do only analytic. I don't need market research because I need 1 month to have results. So that, but if market research company can also include analytic, can also include artificial intelligence in the offer, in the business solution, that will be enough. For example, I can say that I can offer you the same service, but I will add insight of the market because I have a best knowledge than a software company. This is what we have to do to be competitive. And that's why I like initiative like Esomar Congress, because it helps us to meet people. I met someone from the Japan. He's offered a panel. He explained. I was impressed. And I asked him the question, what can I do to do the same experience in Africa, and explain me how they start in Japan. And it was very, very interesting. And I discovered now that I have some challenge, but another have the same experience and help me now to see how I can overcome some problem. That's why I say that it is very important to come in the Congress. It is in English, but as I say in the mentorship, if it is important to learn English, learn English.
Yeah. It is important. And like in the future, we'd like this more local events, and the more, again, like if you start doing more local events in different languages, in different countries, people will learn there, and they will learn with others, and then they will teach others. Because I believe, like, if you go to a place to learn, you're also going to a place to teach. You're going to teach me something, but also going to like teach you eventually something.
Okay.
Or someone's going to teach you something. Like it's a share. Like as a humankind, we share knowledge.
And what I like now in the conversation that I have with one of artificial intelligence provider, I ask him the question. I say that in my country, it is French country, and it is important for you to come and to explain. But how will you do? He said that I will speak in English, but the audience will listen in French. They will ask me the question in French, but I will listen in English. No problem for the language. It is very, very interesting. That's why I said that language cannot be a barrier. With artificial intelligence, we can use it. That's why we need to learn about and to see how we can adapt. And if it will need money, we need to invest. We need to be competitive. And we need to stay again. Because, for example, if I do nothing, my company will disappear.
Yeah, I agree. Well, thank you very much, Serge, for the conversation. It was really insightful, and I learned a lot all the time that I'm here. And meeting people like you, it's really fun and interesting. Thank you. And for all the listeners, keep watching and like and subscribe, and keep an eye for all our social media, where we'll publish more episodes like this.
You can't know the answer to a question without first asking it. But how do you ask the questions? More importantly, how will people answer them? That is where Question Pro comes in to support you, empowering you to build and deploy amazing experiences that collect clean and useful data. With our powerful online-based, built-for-enterprise survey platform, it is easy to create, collect, and act on your data. Create an impactful survey in minutes from scratch by importing an existing survey, or choose from over 350 ready-made templates that have been vetted by our expert market research professionals. Add as many respondent contacts as you want and share them through multiple distribution methods. Collect offline data and use white-labeled mobile apps to ensure data collection is extensive and up-to-date. Take advantage of our specialized services to manage enterprise projects, as well as the instances where the insights collection is complicated but imperative. Then, leave the rest to Question Pro. Sit back and watch us work magic as the data is analyzed and compartmentalized into functional insights automatically. Create role-based access reports in addition to exporting the data and insights into your proprietary toolset, allowing you to focus on what's most important, making smart decisions. Question Pro, survey software that gets the job done.